Hello all and welcome in this session of goods and services taxes. So in this series of lectures, we will be talking about the goods and services taxes. That is one of the papers under BBA course for IP University as BBA 309 code. So let us first understand what is GST and then we'll proceed further with the detailed contents of that. So what is GST? As we all know that GST is the new tax structure followed in India for indirect taxes. So GST stands for Goods and Services Taxes and is proposed to be a comprehensive indirect tax levy on manufacture, sale and consumption of goods as well as services at the national level. So this first line clearly talks about that GST is a comprehensive indirect tax. Comprehensive means it includes each and everything into itself on manufacture. So it is levied on manufacturing of the goods also, it is levied on sale of the goods also, and also on the consumption of goods as well as services. So this first line clearly indicates that this goods and services tax is applicable on goods and services both. Previously, the indirect tax system was a little bit different, little bit, we can say here, not little bit, but it is totally different. We can say here because under indirect tax system previously we used to have good tax system separately for goods like VAT, sales tax. But for services, it is different. Like we used to charge service tax. So, but now GST in itself comprises both the goods and the services. And yes, it is charged on all the steps of transaction of goods. That is all on the manufacturing, on the sale, on the consumption. Its main objective is to consolidate all indirect tax levies into a single tax, except custom, replacing multiple tax levies. So this point clearly talks about that this GST new structure is consolidating all the indirect taxes which previously was not the same. There were n number of taxes in the indirect tax system in India which used to be levied on the production or sale or consumption of goods. But when the GST has been implemented, it is subsiding in itself all the taxes under one head, and there is a single tax system now. Though we can say that customs are being charged separately, which is not under GST, but yes, each and every other tax has been considered under GST only. So it has tried to overcome the limitation of existing indirect tax structure. Yes, we know this very well that the new tax system has overcome various limitations that we were having under the indirect tax system. So the limitations, or you can say the flaws that were there in the indirect tax structure previously, that has now overcome with the implementation of GST. The major flaws which can be there, which was there in the indirect tax system previously, was first there is no tax on like you can say there is tax on tax, or you can say the cascading effect of tax was there under the indirect tax system that was previously there. But under GST, we know that this cascading effect has been nullified because this GST it works on the value addition basis. Like whatever is the value addition, that will be taxed for the next step or the at the advanced level. So GST is majorly taking care of this cascading effect, that it should not be there in the tax structure. And also there was a lot of complications. There were n number of taxes which were implemented on the same product, which keeps on passing to the ultimate customer. So that has also been also been overcome here with the help of the new tax structure under GST. Now, as we can say, particularly, it has replaced the falling indirect taxes as it has been subsumed in the proposed GST system. So at the center, we can see here that central excise duty or the service tax, additional excise duty, CVD, that is the countervailing duty charged on the excise, charge on the imports, then SAD, additional duty, special additional duty levied on imports in place of VAT, then excise duty levied on medicinal and toiletries preparations, or surcharges. There were a number of surcharges and cess that is being implemented. Then central sales tax, and at the state level we have other number of taxes like VAT, sales tax, entertainment tax, luxury tax, taxes on lottery betting, gambling, or octroi, cess, and surcharges. These all have been now nullified, and or you can say these all have been concised into one head, that is GST. So there is no any other tax other than on the commodities which are not considered under GST. There is no more any other indirect tax system in the in India. So each and every indirect tax has been considered under GST only, and there is only one indirect tax which is now charged. Yeah, exceptions are there. There are certain goods which are not still covered under GST. On that, there might be some state level taxes which are being charged, but for rest, all other products, it is GST which is being charged. So this is it for the introductory part. We'll meet up again for further detailed concepts of GST. Thank you for now.